Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Winning Mondays with KW Malaysia. I'm Mariah, and I'm just happy you guys are all here today. I know we have, looks like we have a bunch of people on Zoom with us, and I want to give a big hello to everyone on Facebook Live. Hello, hello. I hope more people are joining us. Yeah. So today we have a really fun topic. We have a lot of great guests today. We're going to be talking about virtual tours and some of the latest AI stuff that's going on, the ways that we can revolutionize our listings and like really have the best practices for how to market our listings. This is what our topic is today. Yeah, and I'm excited to be here. So before we get started, I want to just run a quick poll with you guys, as I always like to do. Okay, let me find my poll. All right. I hope you all had a good weekend. I hope you all have fun this weekend. All right. So we have two questions here. So this is, I'm just going to read it out for those. I know in the video, you cannot see the poll right later when the recording comes. All right. It says, have you tried our KW 360 Plus service before? Yes, no, or I use a different virtual viewing service. So FYI, for those who don't know, what is our KW 360 Plus service? This is a service where you just pay a really small fee, and then someone will come. They will come and use a Matterport kind of camera thingy, and they will record your whole place. And then you get a link, and it's like a virtual viewing, right? You can go and view the whole place, and the person can click and see the ceiling, see the floor, see everything in detail, right? So that's this service that we have. So I want to know who on our call has used it or not, or if maybe you use a different service, then we'd love to know. And secondly, yeah, given a choice, would you prefer a property, like you as like a buyer, right? Would you prefer a property with a virtual tour over one without? So would you prefer to have a virtual tour, or you would not want one, or you would want both? Like meaning, yeah, whether you like to have some with virtual tour and you're also okay without virtual tour is fine. So I'd like to hear everyone's opinion on all of this. Hello, Narayan, I see you. Shout out to everyone. So we'll just leave the poll open for a little while. I think people are still coming in, right? Yeah. So let's leave it open for some people to answer. So whether or not you've tried the KW 360 Plus service on any of your listings, have you tried ordering it and like getting the link and the video? Yes, no, or use a different service. And number two, as a buyer, would you prefer a property with a virtual tour over one without? So yes or no, or like both also can lah. Fine, virtual tour is nice, also don't have it, also fine. So I want to hear your opinion on this as we get started. All right, so I think I'll just leave it open for another like 5 seconds. All right, good. We got another person. Yes, I want some participation, guys. And if you're on Facebook, I think you can also just put your answers in the chat, you know, whether you prefer the virtual tour, if you've tried it before, if you think it's a good service. I would love to hear your thoughts about that. That'll be great. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna stop the poll, guys. Oh, great, we got one more. Okay, I'm gonna share the results quickly because that's the prize, right? If you do the poll, you get to see the results. This is the prize you get at the end of your hard work of clicking the poll. Okay, so we have 56% of the people said they have tried the service, of the people that answered. Yeah. Okay, so no one on this call said they use a different service. That's interesting. Okay, so about half of you have used the service, half not used. And half of you also, 56, same percentages, would prefer to have a virtual tour, but some are okay. Either way also can. All right, so good to know. So we have that data as we go into our discussion this morning. Okay, so I have we have 3 guests today. This is like a special meeting. We're going to have a lot of people on the screen, guys. All right, so I would like to invite up, we have Miss Janet Lowe, and we have Mr. Nicholas Yeap, and we have Mr. Francis, Fabulous Francis. I'll just call him this. Wait. No, I'm mixing it up. There's 3 words, right? Francis, what's your name? Okay. So hello, I'm glad everyone's here. So I would like to get everyone first, before we get into the topic, I would like everyone to just introduce themselves. Maybe we start with Janet, since you're a very special guest. We've not had you before on our show, so we would love to hear from you. Janet, would you be able to just tell us who you are, what's your your background in real estate and like what are you doing here? Share with us. Oh, maybe not screen sharing. Oh, you want to share with the screen sharing? Okay. Okay. I thought you can just speak with us. Yeah. All right. I think you're muted, Janet. We cannot hear you. Yeah. Can you unmute yourself? Okay.
Yeah. Can you
And
see my screen right now?
not yet. Maybe you have to click on it on your laptop. You have to click on the actual screen, the thing okay. Yeah, but maybe okay. Just
It's
we have
okay. Basically, thanks
yeah.
for having me here today, Maria. There's a bit of a hiccup because I'm haven't been on the new Zoom for a long time. So, I'm Janet, and I've been actually focusing on my experience was primarily in the real estate marketing for real estate
Hold on,
developers.
just pause for a second. Just pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you just gonna speak or are you gonna screen share? You're planning to just
Uh,
speak first or
yeah, I can just speak. It's
okay,
okay.
okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Now we
All
stop
right. If you
sharing.
can't see, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just tell us like, yeah, so you've been in the real estate. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so my current role is actually to provide the KW 360 Plus service to everyone. And I'm the country manager for this company. It's a Singapore company, and we are really big in Singapore. But I'm trying to bring this service over to Malaysian folks to serve the real estate market. So 360 is one of our solutions. I'm glad that to be partners and proud to be partners for KW 360 Plus. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Welcome, Janet. I'm glad you could give us some
Yeah.
time to share with us today. Okay, Nicholas, can you share, just give a little intro on who you are?
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Nicholas. So I'm the Chief Technology Officer of KW Malaysia. So one of the things that I do on a daily basis is to bring you the latest cutting-edge technology. So that one of it will be KW 360, where we help you to save more time and maximize your potential as an agent.
Yay! And now we have our fabulous, flawless Francis. Come and share.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Francis. I've been in the industry for the last 4.5 years, I think. Yeah, and half of it is with Keller Williams. So it's been an exciting journey so far. So
Yay! Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so much. Only 2.5 years, and you've done so much. It's awesome. Very cool. Okay, I want to start with you, Francis. I want to ask you.
okay.
Yeah, but you should mention like you're a project director, right? You can say more that. What's your focus area?
I'm focusing area is KLCC. I'm helping with I'm joining force with the market center to build the KLCC team. So yeah.
Very cool.
It's a huge market, so we find alternate ways of reaching out to the buyers.
Yeah. All right. So from your experience, I know you've definitely done very well for yourself. You closed a lot of deals. I would like to ask you your opinion on like what's the best practice for listing properties in terms of like, yeah, how you do your methods or what's your marketing system? Yeah.
For me, it's the visual aid. Because I would say 70 to 80% of populations are based on visual learning. So, and what they see is what they really want. And without the visual aid, it doesn't really help by just, words or, to sell a property, especially. So all kinds of visual aids like videos or, 360s and pictures.
And okay, cool. And then where do you normally, like for yourself, do you normally, let's even talk about portals, like do you which do you put on all the property portals? How do you normally market your listings?
Put all the property portals and Facebook, the social medias. And lately, I'm just trying out something really new, which is e-magazine, which I think most people using it for for fun thing, flip thing. But I find it quite useful for us in this how to say, for KLCC, where our buyers, investors are usually from overseas. So for them to get a hard copies of catalog or brochures, it's quite hard to ship to them. So having a visual how to say, a visual aid to help them to decide or make a decision to come to Malaysia to have a visit.
Right.
It's, whatever way we can get to. So yeah, 360 is one of the best things that you can actually see the actual accurate visual of it.
Okay. Yeah, can you share with us, can you show us one of your magazine? I know you were showing.
Oh, yeah. I just haven't really quite completed it, but just have it.
Yeah. I would love. Who here want to see? Honestly, it's very nice, guys. He showed me. He let me see last night.
So I've been working on this for the last few days.
Yeah.
So it's a flip magazine, e-magazine.
Right.
So we can do a lot of things. I put all the details in. So I started with branded residences, and then, what is it flipping? Okay. And it shows it's just brief information. It's not a full information. Just to get the tips of the iceberg to get people interested in it. So they will contact us after viewing the very basic information that they need to make a little call. So I have this string. So then it's quite useful that you can actually put videos in it. Hey, sorry, this thing's flipping too fast.
What? Earlier it was okay, right?
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
It's always like that. Every time we prepare, it's fine, and then when we go to do
Okay.
stuff.
So in fact, I can put a video link here, and I can put a 360. For example,
show
this.
us. Okay, so this is one of the.
And you click it, and this just open into a pops up.
Very nice.
So it's like literally like watching Harry Potter. The book actually talks to and communicate with you. Just of course you can't talk to the book, but you just have to finger it.
Right.
So yeah.
Did you want to show us like just now you were showing us the 360, right? Did you want to press play?
Yeah, you just keep hang on.
Okay.
Now I got stuck.
Okay, never mind. Maybe
hang
we
on.
can.
I share another one.
Okay.
The link got stopped.
That's all right. So you personally using this KW 360 Plus for marketing. Okay.
My screen's not sharing anymore. Somehow.
Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's to be clear, never mind. I think the screen sharing. Everyone's screen sharing is going crazy today. You and Janet. Okay, never mind. Let's move to talk to Janet. I would like to ask you, Janet. Yeah, so maybe I don't know if you're planning to try and share screen now, but I want to ask you to share with us about the KW 360 Plus tool, like, and how does it work? Maybe you start by unmuting yourself, and then you can share screen that we tried before.
Yeah.
And swipe across till you get to your presentation.
Can you see this?
Yes. Okay. Looks like.
Okay, great.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's let me begin by giving a little bit of background of KW 360 Plus and how I'm working with it. We are here to enable 24/7 virtual viewing to help KW agents to close more, get more leads and closing. And we are actually in a collaboration with Matterport to provide all-inclusive in one price that comes with the 1-year Matterport hosting. So what is KW 360 Plus? By the lines, basically, we provide the 1-year Matterport hosting. You can, and subsequently, after 1 year, the link will still be active so that you can actually give it to your client, and it will remain, you will have your agent branding. And then what we do is that it's not only the hosting, it's also we will send a full-time photographers on call to the property. And we actually uses the professional cameras like Matterport Pro 2, Ricoh Theta Z1 and do the shooting for you, right? And every scan actually comes with not only the property itself, but also the common areas, and actually enables a walkthrough of the condo facilities as well. And of course, it's a feature of Matterport that it comes with dollhouse mode and floor plan mode, measurement mode. Yes, and I would like to show you some
I like that. There's so many features,
yes.
so many features and bonuses with this service. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so you can show us. Is it?
All
Oh,
right. Can you
wait,
see
wait,
my
wait.
screen right now?
You need to go
It's
back.
in,
You're on,
it,
no, you're on your email. So yeah.
yes,
Okay.
I want to show you your email actually. So
Oh, okay,
basically,
okay.
after my emails, it's so I've cleaned it up, and you could see that we have every time there is after my photographers actually goes to the property,
Mhm.
and within 24 hours you will actually get an email delivery. Yeah.
Oh,
So once you've made an appointment, this is how it looks like. You will actually get a confirmation of the crew visiting the property, right? And who the photographer will be, right?
okay.
And thereafter, you will within 24 hours, you will actually get an email like this with the link. Okay, if you click onto the link. So this is a property of a 2-story house at Jalan Medan Serai. Because I'm on a Zoom call, so my broadband will be a bit slow,
Right,
playing too many things. Yeah. So this is a link when and this link could be actually sent to your clients, right? So when you go into it, you could see that you will have your agent brand here.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I
Okay,
wonder if
maybe
this
I
is
should
the
turn off
one.
my video. Was faster.
No, 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 no. Okay, right.
Should I turn on my video? So it could be faster.
Well,
Okay,
okay.
this is
Yeah.
yeah. So this is helps you to present the whole property.
Mhm.
Now you can see this is a very interesting property, right? It comes in on 3rd floor
Mhm.
from the courtyard. It's on the 3rd floor, and you could actually present the structure of your property much better in the
Mhm.
dollhouse, right?
Cool.
And then yes, you can zoom into the spaces.
Right.
You can walk through. Okay. It actually, this is the walkthrough mode where you can walk in. So,
Very nice.
and you could actually view the dollhouse and the floor plan of the
Okay.
space.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, by floor as well.
Mhm.
2nd floor, 1st floor. Yeah, and the dollhouse by. So it helps you to present. This is the ground floor. 1st floor in dollhouse mode as well.
Right.
So when you click on it,
It will
we also include 360 of
right.
the outside. Yeah. So if it's a condo, so like properties like tenanted properties like this one, right? So at times you could have like a limited time for viewing.
Wings. Right, 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 right.
Yeah.
It's a good
So
option.
yeah, it could be messy, right? You could be like or if there's a lot of things in the house, every time you want to bring someone for viewing, the owner have to clean it, that kind of thing. So you can kind of like clean it for one shot. You can see like on the dollhouse mode is a 3-story building, right? And then we could and we would include common spaces
Right.
outside,
It's cool.
right? Some agents may not want to show which unit it is, then don't take the facade if you
Okay.
don't want to.
Great.
Yeah, then so yeah, and this is the floor measurement mode where you could measure, right? The space of the property, right?
Mhm.
And if you want to measure it indoors, you could as well. Ah, I'm facing a wall. Uh,
Mhm.
so let's say you want to measure
Okay,
the
yeah,
ceiling, you go this way. Yeah.
nice. That's really useful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is some of the features. Back to and this is what 360 is.
Mm.
So, and for KW, if we have actually pre-created account for everybody, you just have to log in with the email. If you couldn't, then from KW Central, you could click into KW 360 Plus, and yep, you would actually see the prices automatically as in after login. Yeah.
Right.
If you go to KW 360 Plus, you would have to actually log in and click forget password if you can't remember it, and you get to see the before and after price. Right? So the
okay.
purpose of this, yeah. So basically, if you want to show like your clients how much you're actually paying for, you could actually show the open price, right? So that's the purpose of it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so is there any other questions?
Yes,
Basically,
yes.
KW 360 is that. Yeah.
Okay, I think you can stop screen sharing now. Can you press stop share?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. Right, okay, so thank you for showing us an example of the scan and taking us for a tour. Yeah, so why do you feel like, yeah, maybe we just go into some questions that people have, right? Yeah, what kind of properties do you recommend this scan for? What kind of properties? You mentioned like a tenanted property. That's one example, right? Yeah, and this is
so
yeah, Janet. You mean
you-
I'm gonna ask both Janet and Francis, and even Nick. You can also chime in if you want. So maybe Janet, you can start. What kind of what properties would you recommend that agents get the KW 360 scan for? Like, what is it worthwhile?
So basically, we get scans for all kinds of properties, right? Whether it's landed or condo. The gist of it is that it helps you to save time. From like if you bring it, if you go to a condo, how much time do you spend, a day to bring them all across the common facilities and all, right? The condo, if it's a condo, right? And the accessibility of the condo, like luxury properties like Four Seasons, very difficult, right? To reach. In properties like such, also, if you like, Francis is using it in a way that you market to overseas clients. So whether either the owner of the property or the buyer of the property is away from the property, right? Then you would want to do that shooting, right? Hard to reach, or big spaces, like you would take like 2-3 hours in a bungalow, to bring them through a bungalow, or always busy owners, tenanted properties. These are the kind of properties that you really want to have a 360.
Right.
Save you a lot of time. Yeah.
Nice.
Over to Francis.
Yeah, Francis, any other suggestion, or what's your view on this?
I think there is something else that Miss Janet did not show, is that 360s, right? I mean, those who has very terrible skill in doing video shooting, you can actually play the 360s, and you just screen save it, and then you just make it into a video. And it's quite sharp. It's really good. Yeah, so yeah.
Very cool.
And you can do like a preview of for your advertising, just to catch the attention, the main part of the house or something like that. So
right.
It's also because of the way that we actually do this 360. We do not only just give you the 360 view, the whole house, and now we also give you the footages of the images at the same time over the email. So that's where you can potentially use this for many other ways as well at the same time. Yeah. So it's perfect to especially save you a lot of times, right? Imagine you have to go there, and before 360, I have interviewed a lot of agents where they have to really be there, do it with their own cameras and try to stitch the images, and even though there's a lot of apps out there, but this is just no brainer, right? For as low as 68 ringgit, where you can get a professional cameraman just be there at the time that you specified it, and then it get it done. Yeah.
Right. Do you need to
Can
stage
I have some
house?
time?
Oh, do you feel you need to stage the house before they come to do the scan? I think people will ask this question, right? What's your recommendation on this?
You definitely need to make sure that
So definitely,
house is at a certain
yes, yeah, depending on the condition of the house, right? If it's not tenanted, could be really messy with things and stuff around, and you could be like properties where there is a lot of sensitive information in it, like family photos, right? That has a very sensitive, like people, prominent figures. Their family photos are still in the property. You don't want everyone to come and see that. So on KW360, we can actually blur brush it.
Yeah,
So
I
as
saw
long as the agent, yeah. Yeah, because there is some sensitivity, right? There are private privacy issues for some owners. They have their own things inside they couldn't clear. Then they don't want to have visitors coming in all the
Right.
time. Then they could actually blur brush it.
Yeah.
And of course, like what Nicholas mentioned.
Oh, just pause, sorry. Yeah, just to clarify, I'm not sure everyone could catch. So meaning you don't have to ask people to take down all their photos from the wall. You don't have to ask them to clear out everything from their house. Even you just do the scan, and then on your side, you will go and blur the photo. You will go and blur whatever document and all that.
Yes.
So that's really cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Number plates or like the unit number plate, the unit number of the property, you know, that kind.
Right.
So I kind of miss out showing you another part of the delivery we do is actually we provide you with the embed code, and also we enable agents you all to download the photos. It comes in a zip file. Yep. And of course within the within your account, if you go to the website, you could actually check out your previous scans.
I see.
And when you do, you could see the photos that it comes with it.
Right.
Yeah, so it's compressed into a thumbnail. That's why it's squeezed. But if you click on it, it's actual photos of it.
Very nice.
That's what Nick mentioned. So photos like these are basically 360 photos.
Cool. Thank you for sharing.
Okay. And the sample video that you mentioned, Francis mentioned.
Right. It's already done for you. Like you can just watch a video of the tour of the house kind of thing. Right. It's nice.
No, this one you have to do yourself.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have to create it yourself.
You can screen record it, something like that, right?
Oh, I see. So you do the walkthrough, you screen record, and then it's okay. Nice. Right. So
Yes.
what do you, so when you share that link, right, of either the video or you share the link of
Sorry, let me pause it.
yeah. What is the best way to make use of that link?
So basically you could.
Yeah, just to clarify for everyone listening.
So of course, if you want to produce into a video.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Yeah. So if you want to reproduce it into a video, like Francis mentioned, right? You're taking videos up and down. Basically, this one you can actually play it on your computer and voice over it, right? You could hear some clicking sound behind.
I see. Nice. You can do a voiceover.
This is from the walkthrough, autoplay of the walkthrough.
I see. Probably we cannot hear your sound right now because you didn't share sound, but it's okay. So basically you can hear a voiceover in there. Nice.
A description, a narration behind it. Yeah.
Nice.
I will share a link on a YouTube link of the sample later on the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
But you could see it, right?
Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah.
Very lovely.
Best of all, it's always about time saving. Yeah.
Okay. This is a video of the video. So at the back, there's narration about the property.
Oh, and then they're showing the dimensions. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will send.
Oh, yeah.
I will send you the link.
Great. Okay, I think Nick has something to share. Can you stop sharing?
Yeah.
You press stop share, please.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay.
So I just enhance the whatever that's we're doing right now is really to give the convenience and also the time saving back to the agents that you can do things that only you can do, right? Things like this is where we should just outsource to someone else that helps you to do like 80% of some of all this, than just doing it by yourself. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And just another use case that I think like it would be great is actually how do we actually market this, right? There are a couple of ways that I would just want to share with you. I think number one, once you get the embedded the link, that's where you can put it into the like property guru, iProperties, like and all those places where where you can put in your 360 link. So that will also increase your ranking in terms of the property search. You know, like the search will favor if you have this 360 view link in that. So this increase your visibility on that one things. We have some statistics that then perhaps Janet can actually share, like if you have that link compared to if you don't have the link, what will be the difference in terms of the search percentage and all.
Right.
And second is it's a great gift for owner. See, for example, if I bought this place and I renovated it, and after renovations, I would highly suggest that all owners to actually do one, right? Or you recommend your owner, or you give it as a gift for your owner to actually have documented their first renovation. That could be the first things that actually have, right? And imagine that you rented that out. You don't know how the house will look like 1 year later, right? This is where you benchmark it back. Hey, no, my original house looked like this. No, like right after that, you can actually do inspection and kind of stuff over there. So I think this is a use case where is least being mentioned and used at the same time. Yeah. And property documentations. Like recently, like we saw one of the properties the organization that have, when we do the 360 documentations, we are able to preserve this heritage that we know years after years, 20 to 50 years later, when we come back to see, this is how the place looked like 50 years ago. Yeah, with the technologies, all these things are still very much possible. Not just looking at the pictures, but the entire like 3D moving around, and you can still see that. It's quite awesome.
Wow, I want to just recap. I want to recap, Nick. So you were saying that it's like you can give it as you can recommend your owner to do it before they do a renovation, after the renovation,
right after the first renovation,
before the tenant comes in. That's a great idea. I like that idea. I think Nick was like, sorry, I mean Francis was choking on his own laughter there.
Use it as an inventory checklist as well. If you are renting it out for very expensive properties, so you can check back. It was here, it was not there.
Yeah,
exactly. But the 360 is so good, right? They almost document every single details of it, right?
You can be like, I saw the aircon remote. Why is it now? Oh,
it's changed.
Yeah.
And like my sis just had took back her place, so the furniture was like in a really bad shape and things like that. So that was actually kind of like, oh, this was the condition before before and after, the kind of thing.
And from
this stain on the wall wasn't there because
I was thinking that actually it doesn't even need to be for expensive property, because it's a very cheap service. It's really quite inexpensive. I think we can afford to do it for any property. It doesn't need to be a high.
I second that, because I love all these kind of gadgets. So before it came along with 360, I was exploring already how to do this method thing. So I was looking at the cameras. Oh my God, it costs a few thousand. And not just that, you have to learn how to scan it. So the whole process is so long and it's going to cost so much money, because I love to explore things. I'm like do my own video, my own editing, music, my own music. But this is way off. It's going to take you a longer time just to learn by yourself.
Right. Yeah, let's and then Nick, you also mentioned that when you put this inside like an iProperty or Property Guru listing, you said it changes the likelihood that it will show up. Is that right? It will show up it will make it show up higher up in the list, is it? When people search.
It would then favor all those who, let's say, for example, you do a certain search on a certain property, it would then the rankings, right? Apart from all those that you pay credits and all, that it would then on the organic search itself, right? This spirit would then be favored by the search engine. Yeah. There's some statistics like I'm not sure whether you have it.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
Maybe you
so
could
let me share. Yeah, let me share it a bit.
I think that's very powerful because definitely people, I always hear the agents complaining that, they want to put their property there, but it's like
invest a lot. Yeah, to have to keep boosting it. Yeah.
Okay, share with us.
So I have some statistics here. It's from Property Guru itself about like where people search for properties, right? Basically, it's property portals and social media platforms. A lot of it. And so everyone is actually basically, cramming in these platforms. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, according to the poll in the generic consumer, they would have prefer to have a combination of virtual and physical, right? And it's about like 68% would want to have a virtual view. So in average, if a consumer search for a property listing, right, you will go through like 10 or 20 listings. So you basically pretty much, I've done that search myself. Couldn't remember who is who, which property is whose, until I'm really interested. So this is why that it's important that the 360, like what Francis mentioned, like it's a visual world right now. Seeing is remembering. So if you have more time engagement online with the consumer, it's more likely for them to actually drop a lead, their lead to you, right? So 74% of the agents with using Matterport would actually have more listings. The owners actually basically, I experienced this myself. My agent, I'm so happy while she's very coolly talking to a client, and the photographer is doing all the hard work for her. And she was like, and the owner, via chit chat, gave her more listings while the
Oh,
photographer is
cool.
at work.
That's nice. That's a
Yeah,
good-
that's a very cool thing. I'm so happy for her because usually, otherwise the agent will be very busy, doing all the hard work, right? But
Right,
she was
right.
just there rapport with the client, and she got more listings, right? And 95% of the people are more likely to call a property with a 3D virtual tour with one without, because of the recall,
Okay.
right? So from the KW360, the delivery email, you get all the information, two kinds of property images, the still one, right? And the bottom one is 3D images. It's supported by iProperty and HProp. Yep. So in the visual tour, you have a floor plan mode, so you can basically screen cap it into a JPEG, right? And you could actually upload it as floor plans on iProperty, right? And you could also upload 360 images,
Mhm.
right? Which usually, if you don't have a Matterport kind of service, basically you need an Insta 360 camera, right? But it's not a walkthrough; it's just a spot by spot. Okay.
Right.
Right, and then on HProp, you could actually access it via laptop mode, attach virtual tour,
Mhm.
right here. And then there's three things that you can upload: video, which is the MPEG-4,
Okay.
and then the 3D tour, where the 3D images that we provide, you could actually upload it here. And
Oh, I didn't know
then, of course, the Matterport. You didn't know about that. So on HProp, you could actually upload the link, yep, onto Matterport directly. You submit it, and it will actually come in, upload it into your listing. Yeah.
Nice.
So of course, for Property Guru, they require you to have an embed code. So under Edit, okay, so the media menu, and then you click Virtual Tour, and you choose the Virtual Tour at the bottom. So basically, it's Edit Listings, and then you go to Media, where you upload all the photos. There's one under Virtual Tour, right? And you can upload a embed code, and you have to upload this long iframe one. Yep.
Mm.
So why is it this long iframe one? Is because Property Guru doesn't want you to get out of the website when their consumers click onto the virtual tour on the listing. They don't want you to get out of Property Guru. So we need to have an iframe embed code. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Hang
you for
on, this
So
is
yeah,
this Property Guru. I never use that embedded link. I just put directly on the link, and it works all the time, though.
you mean you posted this link on it?
from the
Embedded
email.
one, not the embedded one. This is the normal link that you gave me, the first one. On
Yeah,
top.
you could post it. Oh,
What?
probably they had some improvement on that.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
All this
So
I put it in.
yeah, so like what Nick mentioned about the virtual tour, basically, Property Guru has a virtual tour filter. That means you could go to the filter, and
Oh,
you could filter to see only listings with virtual tour.
Right,
Okay,
right.
even if you don't filter, the virtual tour will come up first before those without,
Right,
right?
right.
You see this, it has a live tour, which is the video, and this one too. This
Okay.
one has a virtual tour. So you see this one has been like up boosted like 1 week ago,
Yeah.
and it's still coming before the one without. It's 3 days, right? So this one is like one week, and it
Nice.
still come up as the first.
Ah, I see what you mean. Right, right. So this is the benefit.
Yeah.
What a huge benefit to if you put this virtual tour in your listing on PropGuru, it will literally be higher up in the rankings. That's great. Fantastic.
Yeah, you boost it lesser, it will stay up higher because Property Guru has a search, the algorithm to push search results has to do with the quality and the content of the listing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have more things you wanted to share with us here, or otherwise I want to?
Basically that's pretty much. Of course, the links you could post it onto your e-magazine, YouTube.
What Francis just did.
Landing
Yes,
page.
yes.
So this is what we can do with the links. Appreciate that. Can you? Yeah, press it. Great, great, great. Okay, okay. So I want to be. That was really helpful sharing. Very cool. Let's talk a little bit more about what are the main benefits. Like, when is this most useful? So we mentioned like if either the owner or the buyer is not there, right? They're not able to be
Yeah.
physically present. Then fantastic. This is definitely what you want to do, right? But and then there's others, right? You mentioned like if it's a tenanted property, so it's just difficult to access. So then it's also a great time. Let's think of a few others. Yeah, actually, yeah, because I got a feedback from an agent that's also doing it, and he says he found is one benefit is there's many times he will send the link first before he take people for viewing, and then people will say, oh, I don't want this property. Then he don't bother taking them, and he'll find another property for them. He felt that he will save 50% of his viewing, like no need lot to do basically. So he saves so much time. Otherwise, he wastes a lot of time bringing people to properties they're not interested in. Then he can find the right one and then bring them to the right one earlier, instead of wasting their time.
Yeah, that's an
It's
important
a
point.
great filter for lead, right? Like people are looking for these properties that you can actually send them. I think I would recommend that not just sending them the link to basically go through it. I think like it would be great to actually go on a Zoom together, go on a presentation together, that you can walk them through. Hey, these are the few things I want to show you. It's like literally instead of like having open house physically, you kind of having an open house online where you can actually now showcase. Right? I can now bring you from Old Klang Road all the way to Tampantun and then for Cyberjaya in just split of seconds that we can basically just do so. And it's just so impressive, right? Like if they want to go through, hey, let me walk you through on the first floor, second floor, bring you to the swimming pool. And like literally you just able to do so. And I just want to add on to what Jenna has shared earlier. It's not just iProperty and Property Guru, right? Even if you have your own website. Now I know a lot of agents have their own website. You can use the iframe, the embedded code that we actually given to you. You can put those things in on your own website as well. So that's another use case that you can use that.
Yeah, Jonathan does that very well.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like, Nick, what you're saying about having a Zoom call where you go through. That way you're also interacting with the client, you're building the relationship. They have a chance to ask questions, and then you can answer the questions.
You get to walk them through as if like you're showing the house, right? You get
literally,
to
you can
before you do that, I want to encourage the agent. You got to really play around with the things. But if not, then you'll be moving up and down. You're not too sure how to zoom in and zoom out. And then you like keeping yourself so unprofessional doing that. So it's important. Really go around, play around with it. How do you pan up and down? Go to the first floor, second floor. There's a lot of button down there. So get yourself familiar. Then you become a very professional virtual tours of doing so. It just is once you filter them and then it's great, right? Let's move to the actual place to see the real things. I think it's 50% of better done already to get them at the actual place. Yeah, it's more exciting that way. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I like that. And then I think also make sure you have a good internet connection. So
yes. And after you've done the videos, the tours and all, then when you give them the link, then they can actually access it 24/7. Sometimes they want to imagine a little bit how they want to position it, do this kind of stuff, then you can put in.
Right. Yeah.
So it's always labeled with your contact and information, so there's no worry that it will get stolen or anything. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm also thinking like if the property also is very far away, it's also another reason, like because of the time it takes to bring people there, like the petrol and the toll, another reason that
Yeah.
it's good to have those the viewing like that. Okay. I want to ask Francis and everybody, start with Francis. How has the response been from the owners on when they look at the KW 360 plus?
A very significant one is that I was appointed by a owner to co-sell with another agent. So I wasn't agreeing to it. So I'm dealing with it because you asked me to do a service and by myself, and I'm not sharing the thing. So then I show him what we can do. Then I think Jenna went in to Ampersand to do the scan. And subsequently, the other agent was terminated, and he was using me instead.
So you got,
the service.
you got like exclusive basically from this.
Because they are quite desperate, and then they're like renting it out, want to sell it, but now it's been rented out. So they sell it, but the agreement says that the first 6 months they should not be interrupted. So now we have to sell it based on that, and then subsequently on the 6th month onwards, we're only allowed to view the property once a month. So it's kind of very cramped in. So that would be a very good tool to actually sell it.
Right. Wow, very nice.
Yeah. That's a very good point, right? I like when it's tenanted, you don't want to lose out any before it's like the lease is up, right? You can't do much of viewing because it's tenanted, but you already have that link, the 360 to start looking for leads, right?
Yeah.
So that's a very, very useful function.
And another point to add on is that it boosts the confidence of the owner, right? Can you imagine that I allowed you to sell this house, I give you the exclusivity or whatever, and the quality of the buyer that you bring in after filtering it with the 360 is so impressive, a lot more quality that you say, wow, every buyer that you bring in is almost like to that 90% almost want to buy in, and then just based on the negotiations and all. So it is boosts more confidence for the owner appointing you as a preferred agent.
Right. Very cool. And I'm assuming the buyers also like this, right? What's the response been from the buyers when Francis, you mentioned those overseas ones. Do they appreciate having this opportunity, right, to view outside? Are they happy with the?
Yeah. Okay, I'm working with our counterparts in Japan. So they are working with us how to sell the properties in KLCC. So I have to send information of how to present to their clients in Japan. So one of them is the main thing which I did was I got Janet to do another scan without my contact in it, so they can use as tools to sell the properties.
Okay.
So I actually have 2 scans of each projects. One is for myself, and one is for the overseas operators, so they can actually use it really to sell it. And I think we got the sales from Japan, but the operator himself. So
very, very cool.
Yeah. And if you can give it to those fully furnished properties, right? Then after they buy a property that is already fully furnished one, you can actually help your buyers to use that link to look for tenants. And I think they will appreciate that very much. Use it to refer more clients to you. Hey, this is my new property. Showing off a bit. I bought this property and things like that. And so Francis' name will always be there when it gets passed around. Yeah. That's why he needed to.
Buyer get buyer scheme.
Buyer, sorry, say again, Nick.
The buyer get buyer.
For who?
Buyers. They multiply themselves.
Because it's easy for them, like tell them, okay, I bought this property and this is the renovated, and they're on and off that there will be a lot of promotions, right? Hey, like we refer our friends who actually want to buy this, then you can now showcase your place and be a little bit more convincing than the rest of the people who actually refer and showcase at the same time.
Oh yes, one thing, right? Talking about this, like new projects, when there is like show units, with a sales gallery. So there are cases we also take the scale model of it, like pavilion. Like pavilions has like really nice, gorgeous, integrated development scale model. So if it's actually attached to the show unit on site, we can do it all together so that within that video, you could present the whole property development going around it and then go to the show unit.
Yeah, nice idea. Yeah, I heard a story. I was talking to an agent. I'm not going to give the details because I think they didn't sign the SPA yet. So, everyone always like, but anyway, there's one of our agents, they did an open house. And so they did the KW 360 plus scan. They had the open house. And I think the person who they looked at the scan, they liked it. They came for the open house and they closed the deal on the spot. They actually sold like quite a big property, like few million lah. They were able to close on the spot, so it's quite exciting lah. I think they're quite excited about that. So it really works lah. It works. I mean, we can see it's very effective. Yeah. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I want to ask Nick. Besides this, I want to Nick, since you're very aware of like what's out there and all the different tech you mentioned, right? You're always looking for new things and all that. What besides this KW 360 plus tool, what other tools are out there that we could leverage on to set our listing apart from the average listing? What's your opinion on this?
I think the best is to use the Virtual Tour 360. And of course, there's a lot of other players that are actually offering this and all. But we have come to a stage that where we do not just give you the tool itself, right? We actually enhance with a lot of added features where it can really make sure that it is for the agents use based on all the feedback that's been given. I think we have numerous conversation with Janet over the years of engagement that we have, that we just keep improving the systems and the projects. But just in case, say for example, that if you're looking for something that's a little bit more fancy, like virtual tour, it actually serve the purpose of you doing that. But what if you actually have a place where it is like quite run down, right? And you want to show them what would be the imagination of after you virtually stage it, right? Staging the place which is already run down is already hard, right? No matter how much you try to touch up, you're not going to like repaint the place before you want to resell the things yet. But there's a lot of possibilities where when you do the presentation, you can actually show them if you do the before and after the makeover, how would that be? And I can kind of just like showcase you one or two site that you can do this at the time. So you can basically see this, right? This is the of course this example might not be this is not Malaysia. Yeah. You can see that before the house like this, after you change it in this manner, that you have many ways to look at it. Some of this interior, right, the kitchen.
So I don't have the example ready yet, but the good news is I already do have this service available for agents.
You have
so let me share.
Telling Janet that this is needed.
Yeah. Let me share some of the prices on what we have.
Yeah. Janet, you can share later. Let me just
Janet, just wait first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is
and also
like,
you mentioned the MP4 video as well. We actually you can just top up about $100 for the video and 150 for 6 virtual staging images.
Yeah, we can go through that details later. I just want to share the imaginations possibilities of agents who are able to even do so, right? He imagines like in the past we need to get an interior designer to do certain things, now we no longer need to do so when we actually have a lot of applications that we're able to just transform. Can you imagine that the places like this that you're able to just transform it differently, and all these are just done, right? But just you taking a snapshot of the picture, and then you can change all the themes, however, what kind of renovations, details, way, methods, theme that you want it to be. So this is quite comprehensive, a lot of things that you can do, and this will be a little bit more details where internal in the interior that you're able to see the before and after. Just take a snapshot of there's a lot of apps that you're able to do so as well. Yeah, I'm not recommending any apps at this stage, but this is also used by some of the Keller Williams agents out there as well. As simple as uploading the pictures, allowing the AI to do the magic within 10 seconds, and you can just download and use it anywhere. So it's extremely good, especially when you have you have a quite rundown place, and or you have a completely empty place. You want to put in a little bit more imaginations for the buyer to see that, you know, this is actually very much possible if you like this style and different style at the same time. So these are just some of the things. And some of the apps that we could recommend you to look into. One is the Home Styler, that you can, there's a lot of furnitures that you want to play around. Events like, you know, this is some of the cool stuff that you can just recommend it to your friends and families. Like when you want to open up conversations, so we talk about lead generations, we talk about touch point. So this can be a good touch point that you put in, right, to allow them to actually, you know, if you just want to renovate your house, instead of just looking at it, then let me show you some of the way that you can do so. Another app that's pretty good is like you can also just put in the furnitures like in that room for you to check it out, and then before you do the renovations and all, you are able to just place some of your furnitures, items, chairs all around. So it's pretty interesting. And this also you can actually resize. Let's say, for example, you have this table, you can actually resize this at a different size to fit in and actually go as how wild your imaginations that you go from there. Pretty interesting on lots of all these things, like lots of apps out there. Just Google. I can share some of all those links as well to you guys.
I love chairs. So funny. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, for especially when you were mentioning like a rundown property. You could show the potential of what the buyer could do. Like, hey, if you put in how many thousand, whatever, you could renovate like this. You could add this furniture. It's a very good idea. I think it will set the agents apart, like to be different. Really, really
Yes,
nice.
exactly, to set the agents apart. So like it's very competitive landscapes, right? So how do you actually set you apart? Just like how Francis managed to just win the deal over. So that is, the tools is all there. It's like, how creatively are you going to use that at the same time?
Right. Yeah. Janet, you wanted to share that you already have this service? Oh, you're unmuted, yeah? You need to unmute yourself. We cannot hear you.
Yes. So yeah, in Singapore, we have done like thousands of scans, and there are such requests from agents as well. So personally, I'm not a big fan. I like to see, I prefer what I see is what I get. So, but then of course there are agents who requested for that. I'm sure that is the purpose. That there is a certain angle, like what Nicholas, to see help the buyers see more potential out of the property, right? So we do have this service to provide the virtual staging with 6 pictures, 150 bucks, 150 ringgit, and you get it in the what do you call it, in the photos format. Yeah.
So if
rendered image.
So if our agents want to order this service, they just contact you and you can help them?
Well, I can actually put it to be purchased online so that the KW agents could see that potential. Yeah. If you want to. Yeah. Another one will be the to change it to a video MP4 video, right? Because what we give you a link, you need to actually move it around and play it around, unless you screen record it with your voiceover. Otherwise, we could actually do a MP4 format for you for 100 ringgit. For my photographers to turn it into that, and put in your name card, and things like that. So you can just post it to YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, more details of this will be then furnished at the later stage when the things is online and I just want to emphasize one thing is like where the continuous efforts of the technologies is being brought in. So it don't stay there at the first version. It always have the second version, third version, and fourth version that will continue to evolve as the years, so that we remain competitive and relevant to the agents at the same time.
Right. Okay, cool.
Mm.
Okay, I want to ask all those that are listening, if you have any specific questions about, this KW360 Plus service, or, how the best way to use it or whatever, you can please feel free to write in the chat. And we can get expert Francis, expert Janet, or expert Nick to reply to you all. Yeah. I know I have one question that's I've heard before. People will ask like, okay, so this, it costs whatever, 68 or 188 or whatever, whichever one you get, right? Do you recommend that we charge this cost back to the customer, back to the owner, or does it make more sense to just absorb it as part of the marketing cost? I'd love to hear your opinion about that. Yeah. So maybe from Francis, what's your opinion about this? Do you normally like charge the cost of the
No,
360 plus?
no,
Okay.
no. I pay for it.
Okay. And why, like, how do you know if it's worth it? Do you think it's
Well, first of all, I don't do a lot of secondary market properties. The selected one, the really close clients, and a
right?
certain amount and above. And usually I'll do it for project marketing, because sometimes developers do have their own 360s, but it's linked back to them. You see, if you send the link to the customer and you link it back to the developer instead of, then they might go direct, and we can actually use that our own link with our own name in it, that you can use it over and over again. I mean, for a 68 ringgit to sell a studio, right? If you can sell a 10 units, man, it's like peanuts.
Yeah. Okay. That's very cool. Yeah. How about you, Janet? Do you have
Yeah,
a recommendation on this?
it's all depending on your relationship with your client or your commitment. Sometimes it's not about whether the agent is stingy or not, but if you have 10, 20 listings, right? So it's like how much you want to engage yourself with the buyer, right? The seller. So another way is that as I mentioned, I've actually put in a what do you call a before and after price, a consumer and agent exclusive price for KW. So basically, the price that I've put up is if you go to kw360plus.com, you could see that it's 188, right? But what you are really buying and committing is 68. So if you do really want the buyer to commit it, and they say, hey, why should I pay for you? You're my agent, kind of thing. Well, you could say that it's a partially subsidized cost, right? So basically, you just give them the cost. Okay, it's 388, but I'll pay half. You pay half, basically.
Okay.
So it's a mutual connection. So or okay, it's 388, but I pay for everything. It's up to you. So how much you want to play around it? Yeah, but I have that to support the agents. If you really want your buyer your buyers to pay for it, then the next thing is that they will ask, what if I'm going to pay for 100% of it, why should you have your contact there? I want to sell it myself. I want to have my phone number instead of yours, right? Yeah, so that kind of thing. So that's why I actually put a big listed price cost, and agents you say that okay, you just pay for 68,
Right. I see. So
right?
the way you present to the
Or 118 or 188, but yeah, superficial.
how you present to the owner
So
about
either ways, if you so even if you want them to pay for it, don't tell them don't say that you want them to pay for everything. Then then why should you have your phone number there, right? I would want to have my phone number and I try to sell it myself, of course. Then but then you could still have the buyers will still see, the seller will still see your effort in a way that you still partially sponsor the cost.
right,
Kind of
right.
thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Nick, you
I
have
think I think the mindset to put on it is like the factor those things in your marketing budget, the marketing cost of getting, and use these tools as your bargaining power, to get the 3%. Use this tool to actually set yourself apart,
Yeah.
for 60
Yeah.
ringgit or 118 ringgit. Like that are the tools. Imagine even if you pay a property guru, or if you buy the booster, the advanced grade, that is already more than that. can you imagine that just by having this done, you kill few birds along with this one stone, right? You will get yourself ranked much higher. Second, you impress the owner that, hey, no,
The
you go
client.
extra, and there's a reason why that they choose you as the agent. And then at the same time that with this, right, you can use it as negotiations power. So there's lots more benefit than you think of just, oh, why do I pay this extra? It's not extra. Now this will then bring you like 10, 20 times more returns. Yeah, it's no brainer, like what Francis have just mentioned just now.
Nice, makes sense. Okay, so Jen, are you speaking? You're muted again. I think you have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, like it's not only about a link, you know, the whole entire presentation in terms of the photos that comes with it is really different from you take from your own your camera, you know, and things like that. It will be professionally, HD images will be provided. Yeah.
Right. Okay, what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go to a few announcements and then I'll come back and just want to hear a few words from each of you, maybe just to word of encouragement or advice for all those that are on the call, about this service. Okay, so let's go to announcements. We just have a few today, not too many, very easy. So our Ignite class, for those who don't know, we're done. We're not doing any more Ignite this year, but we'll be starting back in next year. It might not start in January. We will update on the exact time and date for that. Yeah. So we'll let you know. But anyway, it's coming. Our Ignite class is awesome. It's 20 sessions covering everything, every part of how to build your business for the long haul, how to build a real estate business that will last 5 years, 10 years, and will grow and you know, make you rich lah. No, but yeah, just so you can feel confident about your business. Yeah, so look forward to this next year. Okay, guys, family reunion is coming up. So those who don't know, this is the biggest real estate agent conference in the world, and it's put on by Keller Williams every year in the US. So this year it's going to be hosted in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be February 25th to 29th. There is some amazing speakers. Definitely Gary Keller will be there as always, but we have a very special speaker, Mr. Anthony Robbins. I'm sure you've all heard about him. So he's going to be there as the number one, you know, like special speaker to be here. And also there's Mel Robbins. I don't know if you all know her, but actually I love listening. I actually follow her. She's amazing, amazing speaker. She's so inspiring, so much, yeah, like just you listen to her, you will be convicted of things and you will want to change your life. So I think between Anthony Robbins and Mel Robbins and Gary Keller and all that stuff, you should probably consider trying to go to this. So if you would like to go, you can contact any of us on the regional team and we can give you some, you know, help you to figure out the costing and everything and how to get the tickets and give you all the advice for that. But definitely worthwhile. You should really, it's life-changing, honestly. I was there last year. It's like quite amazing just to be there. There's like 15,000 people or whatever, you know, all together. You get to meet agents all around the world and make all kind of connections, like with Japan or UK. I'm still getting emails of the different properties out there, you know, from the people that I connect with, and they can also sell your properties overseas. I know they have one. We were just saying, right? There's one of our agents is being featured in Canada because of this, right? Their properties for those foreign investors. So there's a lot of opportunities when you go to family reunion and you will learn so much about the business. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Right. Client touch points. So we have our client touch points that you can go to Circle and you can just search the word touch point and you will find a lot of posters. I know Christine is always making new ones. She's very inspired. So these are, you can download them or just take a screenshot and then add your own photos, and you can take the suggested text and personalize it and send it out to your database. Yeah, and you can tell them all about your KW360, you know, scans that you can use for marketing their listing as well. That's another opportunity. So this is our scans, guys. It's only 68 ringgit lah for the small one. Like I don't see any reason why there's any property you wouldn't want to use this for in some way. Even like what Nick said, right? You can even do it as just to remember the property, all the details of the property before the tenant moves in or whatever. There's so many reasons why you will want to scan a place. It doesn't have to be a high-end property. Actually, it's very inexpensive and it's a useful tool to send to buyers beforehand to see if they even want to bother coming for a viewing. Even if it's a bit of an ugly place, never mind. Let them see first the layout. Are they really happy with the layout, and all those aspects? Then they will want to know, then they'll know if they want to come for a viewing. Okay. So we also have a data labs, 49 ringgit a month. So it's all the data for past transactions in the whole region of Malaysia. And then lastly, we have our KW WhatsApp tool, KW Activate, only 199 ringgit a month. So I recommend you give that a try if you've not already done that. Lots of services there. Okay, so we come back to our guests today. So if everyone can just share a few words. Francis, what advice or word do you want to give to the audience today?
Well, basically, we're in a tech company. What we do with all these technologies basically is to lead generate as well, to bring business. So whatever that can help you to funnel in the leads to you, it doesn't matter how or where it comes from, as long as it brings you the leads, then, and with the costs, I mean, every time I tell people, if the cost is cheaper than buying a durian's feast, you should go for it.
Nice. I like that. Cheaper than
I would
durian.
rather skip a meal and pay for that.
There we go.
But that's scam. Yeah.
KW 360 plus cheaper than durian feast. Let's go. All right. Janet, any last words that you would like to share with us? I think you're a bit frozen. Okay. Yeah. Can you share with us, Janet? Oh, okay. You wanted to share screen, is it?
Yes, I want to just share this QR
Sure.
code in case anyone has any questions more. I think Malaysians can be quite shy, so you can just scan this and get in touch with me. Yeah.
Right. Nice. Maybe someone
Do you
can.
have it? You have it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be nice if we could put the link directly. Oh, it's a WhatsApp. I see. It's your WhatsApp thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank
So I've also shared a link of the sample video on how one of the Singaporean agents used 360 content to do a video.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
Thank
you
you
can
so
see that it comes with a 100% narration of the property, all the time. So that's one of the things that's all for me. And thanks for having me. Yeah.
You're welcome. All right, Nick, how are you? Last word. Inspire us.
Think of your one thing, right? The one thing of you doing in this business to really focus on the customer, have this conversation with your customers, do always to maximize the use of the technologies that we provide to you so that you don't need to do the 80% of it. Focus on the top 20%.
Cool. Very good. Let's go, guys. Let's focus and win the market by using all this stuff. It's great. Okay, thanks to Nick. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Francis, for being on with us today. Appreciate that. And thanks to everyone who stayed till the end. Thank you on those on Zoom and Facebook. So we will say goodbye to you now and we'll see you next time on Winning Mondays. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.